except your laptop.
Oh, see. All right, so let's go. The question number 16, it describes a special day.
Okay.
Please, I need 1 minute to prepare. Okay, 1 minute. Can you set a time for me, please?
Okay.
All right, nice.
Okay, are you ready?
Okay, yes. All right,
okay.
so
Hold on a minute.
all right.
Hit the timer for you. Okay, just speak whenever you are ready.
Okay. Just so you know, I'm working as an English teacher at the province. So back in the time when I was struggling with my life, because like at that time my family got a trouble and I had no option but come back to my hometown. And at that time I was really desperate and depressed, because like this is not the life that I wanted to have. And then to the point that there was one day that I feel completely tired and upset. I didn't want to go out. But then I received a call from one of my old friends. We had a great time in high school. And at that time, he just finished his serving time, because he worked in the military. And the day after we met at a restaurant, he wears a casual clothes, and we share a lot of interesting talk about everything, and especially we talked about the politics, which is the topic that I had never been interested in before. And it turned out that in case you don't know, we are living in Vietnam, which is a democratic country, and the hierarchy of this is very interesting. In America, they have president, but in Vietnam, we don't. Then we enjoy the delectable food. At the end of the party, I mean the meeting, I decided to invite him for a meal. So I decided to pay for that meal. But then he said no, because like he came here as a guest, so that he wanted to invite me. And it was kind of really blown me away, because like this is the first time, or this was the first time that I received such a
up, Minho.
interesting guys like that. Okay. Yeah, quite long.
Especially that costs you little money. It seems
Yeah.
like you haven't jumped to your point about money, right?
Yeah, I jumped at the end of the story, which is like I didn't have to pay any money for the meal. Yeah, quite yeah, because like we had a meal. Yeah, I decided to pay for that meal, but like he didn't give me that chance. So yeah. quite a main point, but like just so kind of superficially mentioned.
So, but this is like a special day. But I don't
Yes.
see the special part.
Special part is that my friend just came, and that's like we haven't met each other. Oh, I should mention that we haven't met each other like for 3 years continually, and this is the first time that we met up together after such a long period of the time. And because of that, it could be considered as a special day for me.
Okay. Great. You should mention that too.
Yes, that's right. I need to mention that, and I need to cut off the like opening session, like I just mentioned about like my working like my current occupation, but it is unnecessary and irrelevant to the story. So next time I need to work on that.
Yeah.
And 2 minutes is too short
to talk.
Yeah, 2 minutes to talk. It's too short.
You should be given like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's gonna be more comfortable. That will accommodate my behavior, my desire to share. Okay, so by the way, let's moving on to part 3, please.
Part 3?
Yes. Please, you can choose 1 or 2 questions in part 3, and then I'm gonna try my best to improve my reflex.
Okay, so the first question is, do people like to spend their leisure time out in your country?
I'm sorry, I don't get the question. Can you say it again?
Do people like to spend their leisure time out in your country?
Oh, okay. Interesting. It's really depend on what kind of personality they have. It's really different from people to people. But to me, I'm a kind of person who enjoy to spend my time out and in kind of like public areas like a park or a gym center, those kind of places. And to me, that is such a exhilarating experience because you can meet up with many people, and you can relish talking like
Relish?
with
What is that? What do you mean?
Yes, you can relish talking like many people relish talking with people.
Relish, right?
Oh yes, the words relish. Many people relish talking with the other people, and so I believe those kind of people will spend most of their time outside for entertainment. However, there's also those a group of people who really enjoy solitude, and they just want to spend their time alone and doing the thing that they prefer, even just sipping a cup of tea. And those kind of person, I believe that they have like a very interesting kind of internal world, because they do enjoy their work, and they don't need any kind of external factor to be happy. Please wait a second. I need to answer a call.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So so that's my answer. I know it suck, but I'm still working on it.
No.
Yeah.
Don't feel inconfident about your answer. You need to feel more confident.
Confidence come from strength and excellence. Still need to work on that.
Hold on a minute.
Yes.
Can you scroll down your screen a little bit?
Scroll down. Oh, yes, here for you.
Like to spend your time out in your country. So your answer is some people like to go out.
Yes.
Okay, so where?
All right.
Okay,
So
the next question.
okay.
How do people spend their leisure time in your country?
All right. So some people will spend their leisure time in open areas, such as a open market, public areas, like parks, gym center, or just a kind of a conference, like meeting conference. And I think the reason why that people spends their like recreational time in those areas is because they prefer talking with people. There's some kind of personality that's really relished their the experience and the time that they can talk with other strangers, because that will bring them some kind of positive energy, because they seek for the personal interactions. But some just don't, and some just preferred in the closed space, such as their room or in the house, if they have a house, of course. And I believe that those kind of people, they do enjoy the solitude, like themselves, and because of that they would rather die for their private space rather than just go out and hanging out with my friends. Why do I say so? Because I know those kind of person. I know those kind of people actually. I know one student, and he just most of the day he just spent his time at room, like playing game online, and he would struggle. He would fight against any advice, even from his mother, to just go out to have a talk with his friends. He always say no, even though like her mother will give him a treat if he do so.
I think that the ideas are pretty similar to
Yeah,
question number one,
the
right?
previous one, because like those are the similar one. Like why some people spend the time? Do people spend their time out? Like they don't go out, and how do people spend their time? Because like it's kind of quite similar. So
No,
it
I think that
isn't it?
we
Or I'm
we
so
shouldn't
sensitive.
we shouldn't like blame for the question. Yeah, we should try to answer different questions with different ideas, right? So I think that the
Uh,
first questions you go too far. Like, do people like to spend their leisure time out in your country? Then
some do, some don't.
yeah. So I have some strategies to develop an answer. Like
Okay.
you can compare the past and the present,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yes.
uh, for
Mm,
example, um, you can say that people nowadays enjoy having leisure time out. They enjoy hanging out with their friends.
mm,
However, in the past, it was different. People loved working extra time to earn more money because at that
mm,
time they were living in maybe in poverty. They just wanted to earn more money to feed their family, to support their kids.
mm,
Nowadays, everyone would have enough money to do that. So they just want to spend their money. They just want to go out and enjoy
mm.
the atmosphere to reduce stress, something like that. Yeah,
Oh, right.
like to
That's
provide
the
like
good thing. Mm.
a contrast.
Yeah.
Uh,
In my answer, I was trying to provide that kind of contrast, but because like the target I'm talking about is too wide. Like people, there's some people, and those people. So it's not really kind of identified group of
oh
people.
my God, Minho, your your window is not active.
No, not yet.
Oh
Actually,
my
that
God.
just got a problem with the Windows these days. Before that, it doesn't appear that way. So
So you can crack it.
I'll try. I tried it before, but the fact is that after trying, yeah, it didn't work. It just
Oh my God.
turned back
I
to
will send you the link so you can crack your Windows anytime. It's very easy, super easy,
Oh, okay, okay.
very
Yeah,
fast.
that's gonna save me a lot of red things.
Oh my God,
Times,
Minho.
effort. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so I think like that's my part, and now do you want to perform your part, or you want to talk deeply about topics, money, these topics?
Okay, so let's discuss a little bit some
Deeper. Okay.
questions. Yeah, like the question number 2.
Yeah. So the
Do
question
you have
2,
any other ideas?
how do people spend leisure time in your country? In the last section, in the last answer, I mentioned about the group of active people and inactive people. But if not the case, then I would describe just as you. It gave me an idea that I would describe the past and the present. But I believe that in the past, because like people don't have that much of work to do, and the financial pressure is not that big comparing to these days, and because of that they will have more leisure time, and talking with their neighbors, or spending time with their families should be the thing that they or like they enjoy doing those kind of things. As my mother told me before, like we live in a kind of neighborhood, and then in every night or most of the nights, people in the neighborhood will come gathering in one place to watch TV together and share some talk, chit chat. And I believe those we cannot find those kind of activities in these days and age, especially in developed countries, because like in those areas, they have to financially support for their family, and that kind of financial pressure is much bigger relatively comparing to the past.
Okay, so in their free time, people just want to earn more money. They work extra time to give financial support to their family instead of doing some outdoor activities, instead of going out, hanging out with their friends, right?
Yeah, I think so. What is and then I just think about a kind of question like, so maybe like what is the kind of detrimental effect of this trending? So what do you think?
The detrimental effect.
Yes.
Obviously, I think that the most detrimental effect of this development is that when people don't have time with their family, then the bond, the connection between them and their family would be ruined, would be damaged. So just take me as an example. If I'm too busy and I don't have time to play with my my niece, would forget me. She would she wouldn't have any fond memories, right? And then she would try to then she would like stay away from me. She doesn't want to talk to me, right? And I think that this kind of like really ruin our relationship. Yeah.
Yes.
Destroy our bond.
And I may ask, well, one more suggestion is that if we just spend our time alone for ourselves, then there's certainly a day that we just feel completely burned down, that we because like human being, we are enacted, or we are ingranted for the social interaction. And so it's mean like we inherently seek for the social interaction, and because of that, if we don't satisfy that demand, we always feel something is lack in our kind of mental healthy, or and it also can lead to the physical problem, I must say. So for example,
health problems, right?
yeah, the health problem, that's right. For example, like a couple of months ago, just so you know, I'm the kind of person who like spends like nearly next to nothing time with my family. Like I went I work far from home, and I don't quite come back home on a regular basis. And because of that, there are some days I just want to see my family, but I couldn't. And because of that, I felt very depressed. And the day later, I don't have enough energy to work. I just do my mundane work without kind of the energy and enthusiasm as usual. Yeah.
Unconsciously.
Yes, unconsciously sometimes. But like maybe like I'm more aware about it, but I couldn't do anything else. And just really miss your family, you know, that's kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes.
great.
So what is a possible question really after that? What is a possible follow-up question if you are a judge? What will you ask? After the question, like what is the detrimental effect? Maybe the solution. What is the solution? Yeah. So what is the solution to prevent this trend? What do you think?
Well, I think that money is really important in life. We cannot live without money, but we should, we should be aware of the balance between work and life, and we shouldn't let work encroach our life. So, working extra time could be beneficial for your finance, but at the same time, it is ruining your relationship. So I think that people should
I'm
try to
asking about the
balance.
methods.
Okay, I'm leading to the method. Yeah, people should balance. People should balance the time for work and the time at home.
How?
They always always spend like a small amount of time to with their family, to hang out with their friends. Otherwise, they are going to be shunned. They are going to be ostracized by their beloved people.
I don't know the word ostracize.
Ostracized, like alienate.
Ostracized. Really? That's by you said that they will be ostracized by what? By who?
By their friends and beloved people.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just because like you don't see them much, so that they will ostracize you. They will boycott you.
No. Ostracize is different from boycott.
Ostracize means like avoid them intentionally. It's mean like you don't want to see them. What?
Read the example and you will understand.
They call it ostracize him after he criticized the company. Okay.
Yeah. Like you are left out. You are isolated from other people. Yeah. Because you have different opinions, because you don't connect with other people.
Yeah. All right. So it's mean like okay. So word learned. It's mean like you if you just spend most of your time on yourself, then you will be ostracized, and like when you need them, like they will not be there for you. Is
yeah, kind of like when your friends keep inviting you out, keep inviting you to a party, but you never
be there.
But you keep but you always keep turning them down. They never accept their invitation. Yeah, and then next time your friends won't invite you again. Right? So
okay.
Yeah.
My extra point is gonna be the one of the to me, one of the viable solution for this kind of phenomenon is that we need to prioritize what is the most important thing and what is the least important thing to our life. And if some people, they just prioritize financial success rather than the social connection, then they just go for what they chose, which is seeking for money without bothering about talking and participating in the meeting with their friends and families. However, if they want to have a balanced life as well as a well-being life, I believe that those kinds of, if we want to have a well-being life, I hope that I use the correct word. It's mean like a good life, which is you always feel happy about what you have, and you will always feel fulfilled. So I'm gonna say like if some people seek for a fulfilled life, so it means they not just seek for money, because money itself cannot bring you the sense of fulfillment. It's also about happiness, about the connection between people and people. And if that's the case, they should also pay the attention to the other connection with other people.
Mhm. Yeah. So the answer is still balance your work life, right? Your work and your life, right?
No. I mean, like, it's really depend on their priority. Like if that priority is to seek for money, then they just go for it.
So the
Some people, they just
solution is
yeah.
depends on your priority.
My solution is all right. What I intended to say that
Because when you
some
ask
people
for,
don't need to. Yeah, my intention is to say that some people just don't need the solution, you know, because some people they are born to seek for money. They are born with a pragmatic mindset, and because of that, they're not gonna go. They don't need connection at all, so they don't need the solution. But some people they are not that kind of people, and because of that, I give them a solution, which is to prioritize which is the most important thing to their life and which is the least. And if they prioritize the life, a fulfilled life, then money itself is not enough. They need to seek for another thing. So it means like they understand the priority of they. I mean, like, there's many things that they need to consider in their life, and they need to prioritize it. Yeah. So that could be one solution. What else? Let's see.
When you ask for a solution, I think that this lifestyle is pretty unhealthy, right?
Yeah. So maybe we need to have a responsibility partner. Is it a responsibility partner?
Responsibility partner?
Yeah,
responsible partner.
Responsible partner? I'm gonna call them kind of responsibility partner. Oh, responsible partner is, yeah. So I think like yeah, a responsible partner is the word I want to use. Like, having a responsible partner, you will be able to pull yourself together, even though that you are not willing to go out. But when you have that kind of person who will support you, then that they will pull you out of your house, even though that you just want to stay in your room.
Like have someone by your side, and they are like sociable and outgoing.
Yeah,
they're gonna like awaken your
your inner strength,
enduring personality, right?
Yeah, yes, yeah, why not? Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go for responsible partner. What else? Let's try to find one more. Like we have already two. Let's find one more. That way we have three solutions.
Maybe marry someone who is rich. So you don't have to earn money.
Okay, it didn't solve the problem that you're gonna stay in a room. Like you're not gonna like meet your relatives and friends and work acquaintances.
No,
What?
if my partner is rich, then there's no need for me to earn money. Then I can,
Okay.
spend all day
Yeah.
going out with my friends, having
Ah.
luxury meals in,
Okay.
5-star restaurants. Like
So
that.
solve kind of they solve the root cause.
Yeah.
So, buying the lottery and then winning the prize 2 billion, then my life gonna free, gonna be free from them.
Buying a
Shoot.
lottery is how can I say this? Like the chance is lower than marrying someone who is rich. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Right. But the premise here is that you have to be very handsome, or at least you need to be unique. So, that like the rich are gonna pay attention to you.
Or you need to be able to flirt. Your
To
flirting
what?
skill,
Yeah,
your flirting skill should be exceptional.
the flooding
Against them.
skill. Yeah, I believe that you have that skills. Please
No.
teach me. I'm learning.
He
Okay,
has.
so huh? Yeah. So now we're moving on to the next question. Then we just talk about how people spend their time. Oh, so let's talk about it, how technology affects the way we spend the people the way people spend their leisure time. So what is your oh no? So let me start first then. Like one like each turn one. Oh, what's the word? I lost the word. Okay, by the way,
Next turn
never
to
mind.
answer the question.
Yeah, turn by turn, one by one. Yeah,
One by
hopefully
one.
that makes sense. Yeah. So how does technology affects how technology impact the way that human being interact or spend their recreational time? Let me see. Yeah, so I I believe that the way technology affect shit. Okay, so I believe that the impact that the technology brought into the way that people spend their time, and especially the leisure time, has changed dramatically. So in the past, because of the limitation of the technology, say mobile phone, like at that time, the only purpose of mobile phone is just for calling. And because of that, people, in case they want to talk with each other, they will pull up the phone and then they call. But if that does not satisfy their demand, they still can meet up with each other, especially in important in events, such as you want to write or to sign a contract. You cannot just call, make a call, and then you sign the contract. But then, thanks to the advancement of technology, nowadays we can meet up online with a video call. And because of that, we can sit in different locations and still conduct the signing contracts. So to me, this will bring both pros and cons. Pros of obviously that people can sit conveniently in the place that they prefer and do the thing that they want. But cons is that they uh, they do not have the social interaction, the interaction between people and people, and as a result, the connection between people will be lessened to the point where the final purpose of the meeting is just uh, for the work purpose instead of the building the rapport between human beings.
Okay. The question is, how does technology affect the way people spend their leisure time, not the relationship between people?
Oh, leisure time. I forgot that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So how?
Oh,
Okay.
in the past, so in the past, like the 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 only prevailing technology that I can think of is the television, and so television can buy people at in that era kind of a lot of entertainment through many entertaining interesting channels. However, with the advance of the technology these days, then we can do many things else except for watching the television or watching the TV. We can also use our phone to like send some messages or have a small talk with your friends, or even like you can do play some online games. So like yes, technology does have a dramatical influence on the way we entertain ourselves.
Okay. Okay. So the way I see it, in the past, television was the only entertainment platform, and people were not distracted by technologies whenever they go out. So during their leisure time, they often went to the beach. They often, went traveling, and they can, fully experience their traveling. But nowadays, I think that technology has immensely impacted the way we spend our leisure time. So you see that every time when people go out, they just hold their smartphones in their hands. Like, in a coffee shop, you can see that it is very obvious, like a bunch of friends just, scrolling down their smartphones without really talking with each other. And even when you go to the beach, where it is supposed to be a very fun place where people can swim, but people just love taking pictures and living behind the lens of a camera. So I think that technologies have really ruining the experience of people in their leisure time, in their free time.
Yeah. So yeah, that I think that's a great thing, great aspect to talk about. What else? Leisure time. When we talk about leisure time, we just talk about the television. We talk about the way that we entertain ourselves, which is using our mobile phone. How about car? Yeah,
What?
cars, vehicles. Yeah, thanks to the advance of the technology. Then in the past, people, if they want to what is the word, like to blow up some steam, the only thing they can do, like with the old car, like they could not reach the highest speed, especially the initial speed. I'm not sure the word I use correctly. The initial speed, right? Like for the first 3 seconds, like how much time will it take you to reach from 0 to 100 kilometers?
I got it. But
yeah,
what is your point?
So I mean, like the way also, like if if someone seek for the extreme feeling, then in the past that desire can be limitedly satisfied. But now, like, there are many other ways to if you want to seek for an extreme feeling, like strong feeling, in the past, right, because of the limitation of the technology, so it could not ensure your safety. And but now now that you can have cars that can reach the highest speed, like 100 kilometers within 3 seconds. And yeah, I'm thinking about that, but it is
I
really
don't think
hard
it
to
has anything to do with your leisure time. We are
leisure
talking
time.
about time.
I'm
Free
talking
time.
about leisure activities. Let's talk
Uh,
about leisure time then.
but
What
yeah,
else?
but
We try to find
so you
one
mean
more
that
point.
like the initial speed of a car has been improved so that it
Yeah.
can bring you more excitement, bring you more
Yes.
thrilling emotions, right?
Yes. Yeah. It
Okay.
can be it can be a source for you to get excitement from. Huh. But I don't think
Sure.
it is strong enough. What else? What else? What
I
else?
don't have a
Leisure
car.
time. Yeah, me too. Finding one. Oh, let's talk about like the kind of a platform or application that connect people with people. Do you know that what the name of that kind application? Like, um, what's the name of that? Oh, I don't use it much, so it's like Match, like
Tinder,
on
right?
Face, yeah, Tinder,
Tinder.
Tinder, yeah, Tinder. Like how can we call that application? I forgot the name already. Like
Online
Hell,
dating app.
online dating app, yeah. Online matching app, no, doesn't make sense. Online dating app, yeah. Um, okay, so let's talk about online dating applications then. Um, in these days, right? In your leisure time that you can like use the online dating app to search for the kind of person who match your personality or the profile that you put in the application. And as a result, you could have more time, or even like you can buy yourself a chance to talk with a stranger. Yeah. So like a free for talk, the website that you just sent to me, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So people
That,
are too busy with their job. So
uh,
this kind of app, I think that will help them to find the other half very rapidly
yeah,
on their
yeah,
smartphone.
yeah. I like the idea of that, but I don't like the word online dating app because like it's really restrict the purpose of that application. If we say the online dating app, we cannot mention the free for talk, right? Or we cannot just mention the omelette, right? Or I
But
remember
but Free
the
for
word.
Talk is not an online dating app.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
right. So when we talk about online dating app, is to me it's too narrow. I want to have a kind of the name of the app that can include it, uh, Tinder, I like free for talk or omelette, if I remember the word. Omelette TV. That there's one kind of special application these days. If you pay attention to or if you are aware of that I saw many people on the YouTube just you just automatically connect two people randomly in yeah, and they just share some talk or they just show some tricks, do some performance, whatever it is. But the
so
point is that
what is
they're
the point
connecting the
of this app?
stranger, like they connecting the strangers together. I want to point out that application, uh, app that connect strangers. Anyway, yeah, hopefully that. Yeah, automatically. I don't know the word. Anyway, yeah. So if I'm the
Omigo, I guess.
Omigo, okay.
But
No, so by the way, that's what I mean. Like the app that connect strangers together.
why do you think people want to connect with strangers?
Why do I think that people want to?
Why
Okay,
do
so
why do you think people want to talk to strangers?
like you and me, we want to talk to if we share some kind of if we have some shared interest, such as like I, you, and or your friend on the free for talk, you guys share the same interest, which is about IELTS, and then we can, and then we share our thoughts. So at least we need to have something similar. You're not gonna want to meet someone like on the road and talking about the thing that you know that he's not gonna like it.
Yeah. But I think this app is, more appropriate for people who want to flirt instead
Flirt.
of like, for academic purpose. Is that true?
I'm not the one who use it frequently, so I
I
couldn't
saw
say
a-
much.
I saw a couple of videos showing that people just want to talk to like beautiful girls,
Uh,
flirting, and
uh, all right. It makes sense. It makes sense. So if that's the case, then it's still like the beautiful girl have to be there. So it's mean like the beautiful girl still have the demand to talk with strangers. And then okay, need and demand and supply meet each other. Here we have Omilang. Sorry, Omigo. All right. So by the way, yeah. Then do you think can you think of anything else, or we move to the question number four? Yeah.
okay, so let's move on.
Yeah, the question number four is asked about, do you think only old people have time for leisure? You, how about you? What do you think?
I think it's possible because old people are retired people. So since
Mm,
they are disconnected from their work, then they have
mm,
a tremendous amount of time to take
mm,
care of their family, to
mm,
care for their grandchildren, their
mm.
kids. But at the same time, I think that nowadays a lot of young people who are maybe jobless or unemployed also have time.
Okay.
No, and at the same time, I think that a lot of people nowadays are working as a freelancer, so
Uh,
they can their schedule is pretty flexible.
mm,
They can choose the schedule. They can choose when to work and when to
mm,
rest.
mm,
So, for example, you see a lot of like people who are working in the live streaming services, like
mm,
gamers or streamers, right? They
mm,
they can have they can take like a few days off without
mm,
being fined, without being punished, and
mm,
they can like work at night and hang out during the broad daylight. So
mm,
I think that that amount of time they can spend with their family.
mm.
Yeah. So yeah, that is my answer.
Okay, great answer. My extra point gonna be like it is true that the retired people will have more time to spend for their leisure activities, such as like talking with their friends, old friends, or reading the newspapers, as my grandparents usually do. Um, However, I believe that there's a trend these days that the people, the young people, they can earn a lot of money in their 30s, and thanks to that, they will have more time to rest comparing to the old people who didn't have enough budgets for their living life. So they still have to work even in the later stage of their life. So I believe that this really depend on the financial demand for their living style. If they do not have the financial support for what they need to continue their living style, they need to work their ass off to for that purpose.
Okay, I got it. Like some people already become super rich at the
Yes,
age of 30, so they don't
yes,
need to go to work for the rest of their lives. They just
yeah, they don't.
enjoy their life.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like it like but the premise but this is provided that the demand for their money is not that like I mean like the demanding they don't increase the demand for the money. For example, if the living style them currently just take 200 or 100 and but the saving budget like 1,000, so that they can live like 100 or 10 months without working, it's okay. But then there's something um
Like
accidentally.
their interest rates are greater than
No,
their
no, no.
living expenses.
Interest rate and living expense. I think like in the living expense, it is in the interest rate is included in the living expense already.
Oh no, it's different. Interest rates is the money appreciation from
Yeah,
your savings.
depreciation, right?
Yeah,
Depreciation.
the
Yeah.
appreciation from your savings or from your business.
Oh,
The living expenses are the money that you have to pay for food, accommodation, and
oh,
bills.
I got what you mean. So it's mean like the interest, the bank interest, right? It's not like the because like we also have the inflation, inflation interest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
inflation, right?
you are talking about the bank interest, not the inflation interest, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah, yeah.
haven't
All right.
mentioned anything about inflation.
Yeah, yeah. I thought like the word you're talking about the inflation. So by the way, the bank, yeah, the bank interest can cover the money the money they have to spend each month. Yeah. So as long as that the automatic, or what's the word, the automatic income, their automatic income can surpass their
Passive income.
a passive income. Yeah, their passive income can surpass their outcome or their expense. Then they don't have to work at all. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, great. Mhm.
What else? So so
You know
maybe
what?
like
I don't think that rich people, save their money in their bank. They just like
they
have
do,
like some businesses, and
yeah.
that generates a lot of profits for them.
Mm.
So they don't they don't need to work, but the profit from their businesses, like from their restaurants or from their companies, can
It's
already accommodate their daily needs.
that they need, and especially in the COVID-19 pandemic, right?
Uh, what?
Especially in the daily like COVID-19 pandemic, right?
COVID-19 pandemic, all business were shut down.
Yes. So if
I
you
don't
you
know.
just keep your money in the business, like you like there's a likelihood of you that have to close down your own business. So like this because of that, then business is not a safe place to put money in.
Oh my
Right.
God. But only in case of like a COVID-19 pandemic, which
Uh
happened like
these days we don't have COVID-19 pandemic, but the bank raised the interest, right? And then
uh,
and then we had to pay more to rent, to borrow for money. 15%. How can you make
the,
15 to
yeah,
20%?
obviously, I agree with
Yeah,
you. The risks
yeah.
are
So
lower. The risks are lower, but the profit is also lower.
risk. You are talking about the risk
The
between the
risks of sending
COVID-19.
money, no, the risk
Uh,
of keeping your money in a bank is
uh,
lower than keeping in your business.
how
But
can you
at
calculate
the
it?
same time, the profit is absolutely lower.
How can you calculate it?
Hmm?
How can you calculate it? Like, how can you calculate the risk in the bank is lower than the risk you put in the business?
It's obvious, very
How
obvious.
how?
Keeping your money in the bank is like the least risky business, right? Because
Okay.
you have like a stable interest rate every year. But when you
Mm,
put in your business, there are a lot
mm,
of risky factors, like your
uh,
business doesn't work
mm,
well,
mm,
or in some kind of like pandemics, like you say, right?
mm,
Then your business can be bankrupt, something like that. But
mm,
it is really hard for a bank to be bankrupt.
mm.
It would be like you know very
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's the risk in the bank is lower if you put the money out in the business. Because of that, then the income that you can earn from the business is much higher comparing to the passive income that you can earn from the bank. And that's what I intended to like point like to point out to attack, because like I intended to say, okay, so you put money in the bank, but like you with that amount of money, the other people can earn more than you are losing money. But that doesn't make sense anyway. So what is another possible question for this one? Like leisure, we are talking about how people the old right spend their leisure time. Have time for this. So let's talk about how can we get more leisure time. What do you
We get more leisure time.
yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, let me go first. Okay, you just start first and I'll come to me. Okay. So as I mentioned before, like if we want to the time is equal to everyone, which is like 24 hours a day. So we cannot generate more hours. So the only thing that we can get more leisure time is to get our life organized in terms of arranging our priorities, so that we know what is the most important thing that we can do and what is the least important one. And obviously we can eliminate or delegate those kind of unimportant, insignificant task that that doesn't contribute significantly to our life, and we just focus on doing the most important things at the time. And thanks to that, we can like finish more thing, and then we can erase the distractions. That's the reason, and which result in more time for us to spend. For example, if I'm a student and I have to spend like I have to study 12 subjects at school. If I don't have any priority, then I just spend like with that amount of time, I will split equally for 12 subjects, and then I need to work on all of them. But comparing to that scenario, now I know how to prioritize what I really need. And because of that, I just need to pay attention to learn like the most three important subjects, which is maybe math, English, and literature. And thanks to that, I will have more time comparatively. And with that amount of time, I can do whatever I want.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
How about you?
So you're asking about my opinion or my opinion about this question or your answer?
Of course, in your opinion, like what do you think about it? Yeah, we are discussing about this one. Like how can we get more time? But if you want to get me you want to give me some feedback on the way that I answered.
I don't want to give you any feedback, but I think
yeah.
that your answer is priority. So it's like when we know like the main things we should do, we would be able to eliminate other
distractors,
unnecessary things, right?
Yeah, extraneous those kind of extraneous factors.
Yeah, like from the beginning, if you know that you would pursue English education, then you don't need to learn math or physics or any other scientific subjects from the
that's not what I
right?
said. That's not what I said. I mean, like we need to prioritize, right? So it's like as long as we finish our priority, the first priority, like the first three subjects, then we have that much time. The remain time that we can do for the other thing. Okay, you can choose to study for the subjects if you want to be good in those kind of subjects, or at least not so bad. But if you don't want to be if you don't have the demand to be good enough in the other subjects, then you can spend that amount of time for other things. So what I mean by that is that you know what is important to you, and you spend your time to that demand first before everything. And then if after you finish it, you still have time, you can consider to do the other things.
What do you mean by the other things?
The other
so
thing is the
so
other thing is
imagine
okay.
imagine you have 5 subjects,
Uh-huh.
math, English, and physics, chemistry, and biology.
Okay.
So how can you prioritize them?
If I am the one, if I know that I want to be good at English, then right, so I will do everything related to English first. Then with the remaining time, I'm gonna do the the other 4, right? I'm gonna spend for the other 4 with a low, and with that amount of time, with that amount of time investment, I'm not gonna expect like an excellent result with that 4 subjects. I just need a normal one. But because like I know that English is my most important key factor to my life, then as long as I finish it all, then it's okay. Why I need to be good at the thing that doesn't make sense to me in my future life?
Yeah, that is my first point, right? If you from the beginning, if you know what you want to be good at, then you should focus mainly on that subject.
Mainly, not just focus. Yeah, mainly.
Yeah, basically you spend all of your time on that subject, and then the other one you don't need to focus, you don't need to concentrate, right?
Yeah.
Just enough to get by.
Just enough to get by. Yeah.
Yeah, that is okay. Okay, so from my perspective, the core issue here is
Oh, please. Please wait a second. I have a call. Then I will come back soon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my sender called to me for the, what is it? Teacher relevant problem. So I need to solve those kind of problems now. Want to talk more, but then maybe later then.
okay. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So just take care of your business.
Yeah, but I want to hear your perspective as the last one, so that I can get. Oh my God, what happened to me? Like I really lost all words already. So yeah, hopefully that you can understand what I mean.
No, but it's 12 p.m. and I think that I have to have my lunch. So
Oh, really?
next
All
time.
right. Yeah, so probably next time then. All right. So see you later.
Bye bye. See you.
Yeah.